Hey guys, Clay here, and as you can tell by the title and thumbnail and that, this is not going to be the usual kind of bass lesson you guys are used to, but I just wanted to make this video because a lot of you have been reaching out, just checking in to see if we are okay, and I wanted to let you guys know what's been going on and that we are okay, and just why I haven't been on YouTube and posting lately. But first of all, I'll start with some of the good news. So if you've been watching any of my videos that I've previously done, the last ones that I made, you would have heard me talk about the fact that we were waiting for our son to be born. And I'm happy to say that he was born happy and healthy on the 1st of February, about 12 days late, and he's a very big boy, he's 10 pound 9, and he's a little giant, but he is beautiful wee boy, and we all couldn't be happier. And he's got a little sister, or big sister, that absolutely adores him too. And so we were absolutely stoked when he arrived, and I had planned to make a post on Instagram and let you guys know what was going on. And the day after he was born, the doctors were concerned about some medical things that they were worried about with him, and he ended up being taken away into the neonatal intensive care unit and put back into an incubator, and was there for a couple of weeks. And that was a really scary time for us. We were really not sure what was going on, and I'd like to say to any and all nurses who work in the neonatal wards around the world, thank you from the bottom of my heart, because they were absolute angels in taking care of our wee boy. And in the end, everything turned out to be fine. Nearly everything they were worried about was precautionary, and he has sort of passed all those tests, and he's doing just fine now. So during that journey as well, my wife had a lot of complications after the birth, and she was also in hospital. So it was, most of February was a really scary time for us, but we finally got everybody home, and everybody's been on the mend now and doing really well. And we were getting to a place where I was about ready to do some new videos for you guys, and then this happened.
Welcome back to our continuing coverage of the attacks in Christchurch, New Zealand. Now, police in New Zealand are urging people to stay off the streets and to avoid mosques in the coming hours after mass shootings at 2 mosques in the city of Christchurch. At least 49 people are dead, many others seriously wounded. This happened around 1:40 in the afternoon local time, the busiest day of the week for many mosques when worshippers gather for Friday prayers.
So, if you guys haven't heard, in Christchurch, New Zealand, there was a horrendous terrorist attack where a white supremacist entered 2 mosques here in Christchurch and shot at 100 Muslim people while they prayed. 50 of them were injured, 50 were killed. And not all of you will be aware of this, but I live in Christchurch, New Zealand. In fact, I live in Linwood, New Zealand, Linwood, Christchurch, which is I'm about 1 or 2 kilometres away from the local Linwood Mosque, where the second shooting took place. And we're just not really used to this kind of thing here in New Zealand. This kind of thing just doesn't happen here. We kind of pride ourselves on being such a remote, beautiful little island down the bottom of the world that this kind of stuff doesn't really happen, and we didn't really think it would be possible here. And it's really shaken everybody up here. The entire country has a population of 4 million people. So when something like this happens in our city alone, there's about 350,000 here, everybody knows somebody who's been affected by this directly. And put it into context, even on Monday, I found out that our next door neighbour was at the mosque that day with both of his parents who were visiting here from Pakistan, and all 3 of them were killed in the shooting. And that really, it's really tough, because it's it's our community, it's our neighborhood, and we, as a city, we've been through a lot before. 8 years ago, we had major earthquakes where over 180 people were killed, and the entire city, CBD, was actually pretty much flattened, and it's being rebuilt, and people here are very, very strong and resilient, but it's a really different feeling this time. You know, it's not an indiscriminate act of nature, but a really targeted act of hate, and it's much harder to deal with. But just letting you guys know that we are okay, we're doing fine, but I'm just not posting new videos at the moment. I will be back, but I'm not posting new stuff right now. But if I can implore anything of you guys, I would say, can you please feel, if you are capable of doing so, please feel free to give generously to the victim support funds that have been opened up. I will put links to all the official victim support groups that have already been taking amazing, generous donations from all over the world. When you see these horrible times of tragedy, you also see the absolute best of humanity as well, and we visited a flower tribute with our daughter and son the other night and placed some flowers down at what we're calling the flower wall, and there are thousands upon thousands and thousands of flowers there, hundreds of meters of flowers laid down. It's really brought the country and the city together, and it sparked some really good conversation about, you know, accepting and reaching out to the people in your community and the people in your country, and just being one people. And I think that's really important for all of us to think about what we can do to stop this extremist behavior around the world, is to absolutely make sure that we have the most amount of love and respect for everybody in our day-to-day life, because, you know, extremist racism can't survive without the support of a lot of lower levels of casual racism beneath it. So yeah, I urge you all, just, you know, show love and respect to all of your neighbours and everybody around, and thank you to all of you who have been checking in on us and asking after us. And I will be back with more videos again for you guys soon, and you know, just need some time to yeah, grieve and everything. So thank you for watching, and much love to you all. Arohanui. Kia kite anō.